Meanwhile, there's optimism for the passage of the BBL at the House committee level when Congress resumes session after the Holy Week break. But first, the House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro Basic Law is expected to resolve concerns on some provisions of the BBL. This report.
Although deliberations for the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law has been suspended for quite some time, there is great optimism it will be approved by the House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro when it reconvenes April 20. There may be some hurdles to overcome to include a number of provisions deemed unconstitutional. There is a consensus emerging among the 75-man Rodriguez Committee to address concerns related to security, especially the normalization process and the establishment of a Bangsamoro police.
It's better for us to pass this BBL so that we can put an end to the Mindanao problem. If we are not going to pass this, then we have to anticipate something that might happen in our country, in which everybody doesn't like it to happen.
We in the majority believe that it is essential that we move on and get the BBL approved at the soonest possible time.
Another major concern has been raised by Iligan Congressman Val Belmonte. Belmonte said he is for peace. The only concern of his constituents is how to enforce the law against residents of the proposed Bangsamoro entity if they commit a crime in their area, since Iligan is not part of the autonomous region.
The sentiment of the people I represent, the Iliganons, they are against BBL because they are afraid. They have the apprehension that eventually if our brother Muslim have the power, the government, the resources, the money, they will abuse. No, their sentiment is when they commit crimes outside the Bangsamoro territories, and when the government looks for them, maybe after, let's say, a warrant issued. No, so they'll just go to the Bangsamoro territories. So they will never be turned over to the judiciary or to the police anymore.
In the meantime, Congressman Sylvester Bello of the minority sees no reason for Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process, Secretary Teresita Delis, and Government Chief Negotiator Miriam Coronel Ferrer to quit their posts. Both Delis and Ferrer were accused by critics of the peace talks with the MILF to be supporting them more than pushing for the interests of the government and the entire country. Congressman Tupay Luong also dismissed reports that MILF Chief Al-Haj Murad and MILF negotiator Mohager Iqbal are Malaysian citizens. Both were accused of not having Philippine passports.
When we send our panel members in a negotiation, we have to give them all the support that they need. Hindi yung kinokontra mo. Otherwise, sasabihin ng mga NDF o yung mga MILF, sabi na, ba't natin kakusapin mga ito? Hindi naman pinagkakatiwalaan ng principal nila. That is why, in a peace negotiation, it is very important that the panel members have the support, not only of government, but of the people. Kaya kumisan, nadidismaya ako sa ating mga ibang senador, na dinidiscredit nila yung mga panel members natin. They are even asking for the resignation of Chairman Ferrer and Secretary Deles. Anong magiging negotiating nila? Leverage sila pagkaganyan.
I know very well that Chairman Murad and Iqbal, they are Filipino citizens. They are native of Maguindanao. And we are all aware that they are not Malaysian. And there is no basis for them to negotiate in favor of Malaysian government, except Malaysian government is the facilitator in this peace initiative of the Philippine government.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.